You have vanquished a great evil from Skyrim. You have saved this land and our very souls.
Take a good look around.
By the
sure
nine!
you'll find
I can't believe it's you.
If not,
I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you. My master and I recently arrived here in Skyrim from Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you. I thought I'd check the tavern and inn here in Whiterun first, and then set out for the other towns tomorrow. But fortunately, the gods favour me today, as you seem to have found me instead. He's heard of your escape from that awful dragon attack and urgently needs to speak with you. I know nothing more than that. It's at the inn in Falkreath. Would you please meet him at your earliest convenience? He only wishes to talk to you. Here, he gave me this note to give you, and a small token of his appreciation. Now then, I bid you good day, as I have another errand to run. No rest for the weary, as they say. Good day.
I
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Oh, bless the divines, you came! Well met, and welcome. We have much to discuss.
Never
Will you tell
traded
me,
my skills for
what
pay.
happened at Helgen?
I've always adventured on my own terms.
Well, no, now that you mention it.
Do you think Titla has been talking to Sidgear again? We've been
It's as I feared.
over this den.
My brother
Titla
and his
does not
family
share your secrets
lost.
with Sidgear.
Gods damn it all.
Maybe you're the one talking.
I'd hoped for better news. Yes, I've heard the fort is full of them. But appearances can also be deceiving. If I'm right, these are no bandits at all. I have it on good authority there is a man known only as Val inside the keep. He's the leader of a small group of mercenaries, for lack of a better term. Their aim is to kill Thalmor wherever they're found. That they've come out of hiding is beyond mysterious. They're insurrectionists. A resistance movement, if you will. His name is Valerius Tiberius Artoria. We served for many years together in the Imperial Legion, as captains under Titus Mede II during the Great War. He was a good man in those days, an honorable man. Then the Aldmeri invaded, and murdered his wife, son, and daughter in cold blood. The fort alone, present company excluded, of course. Give this ring to him. They'll give you quarter if they know I sent you. Approach the guards and show them the ring. Tell them Marcus Janus sent you to see Valerius Tiberius Artoria on urgent business.
I love the
Show them
cold
this
air.
note with
It's
my seal,
exhilarating.
but tell them it's for
Perhaps
Valerius.
It's because of my Nord blood,
His
but
eyes
there's
only.
something about it that makes me feel alive.
Please, return to me as soon as you can. I'll prepare to leave and be ready to go when you return. Make haste, young one, and may fortune favor the foolish.
You should have seen me at the height of my adventuring career. I was fearless and took
Stop
too many
right
risks.
there. Don't
that's what it
even
was all
think
about.
moving. You see my friends coming? They won't hesitate to kill you if you so much as breathe funny. Now, who are you? And what is the meaning of this intrusion? Quickly now, speak. Then you need to give me a reason why we shouldn't just kill you where you stand. Never heard of him? You are mistaken. There's nobody by that name here. Now, be on your way. We don't want to hurt you. Don't know him either. I'm beginning to run out of patience with you. Leave now. I don't know who you are, stranger, or what you want, but I advise you to choose your words very carefully from here on out. Let me see that. Did you say Marcus Janus? From the war, Marcus Janus. Why didn't you say so? Very well. I will take you inside. But all of us have our eyes on you. And if you try and start trouble, it will be the last trouble you ever start. Follow me.
Balfring, what do you think you're doing? Who is this person, and why have you brought them here?
She has an urgent message for you from Marcus Janus. She was alone, and I thought you would want to talk to her.
What? Marcus Janus? Balfring, have you gone completely mad? That's impossible.
I thought the same thing, sir, but it's true. She showed me a letter to you with Marcus's seal. It's real, all right. And sir, somehow Marcus has found Sabrina's wedding ring and sent it to you.
Very well. We'll see about this. Balfring, you are dismissed. All of you may resume your patrols.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who you are or why you're here, so you'd better have some good answers to my questions. May I see that ring? You say you were sent by Marcus Janus? Where is he now? And do you know how he came into possession of
Never
this
been
ring?
a sellsword. Never traded my skills for pay.
Yes.
I've always
I
adventured on
suppose
my
that
own
may have been
terms.
possible, but this is all so overwhelming. Thank you. I love them very deeply. I nearly went mad after they were murdered by those Altmerate dogs. I wanted nothing but vengeance. Every day of my life is burned with nothing but the desire to make them pay for their murders. But enough of that. Let's see this letter you brought. Yes. Marcus Janus. It's certainly you, all right. But what do you want with me? Tell me, how has he found me here? Very clever, that one. Always was. Bandits. It's not far from the truth, though. Fitting ruse is that's about what we've become. Living our lives in the shadows, hiding and skulking about like some caged skeever looking for his next piece of cheese. Honor? Bah. Any honor I had died with the first Altmerate diplomat I assassinated. I'm not the same man he knew. But no doubt he's filled your head with tales of glory from the war, and stories of the Keepers of Hatu. Oh, I'm afraid that man no longer exists. This hatred, it's consumed me, taken my life. I suppose I would still be rotting down in that damn prison were it not for Marcus. Now I'm just rotting here instead. And rot is nonetheless still rot. The only difference, really, is where and how. Why would he want to help me? After he sees what I've become, he'll leave soon enough. But go tell him I'll meet with him regardless. At least then we can say our proper goodbyes to one another. We never got to do that before. Now, be gone. Please leave me in peace.
Yeah?
I've heard the companions named you as Harbor. Excellent. Well done, my friend. I'm ready to go, but there's just one thing.
Tekla.
I'm
It's
getting
good to
too
see you,
old
girl.
for fighting.
How's Dengeir treating you?
Well, at least by myself, that is.
Well, don't take
I was
what you
hoping
don't
that it
have
wouldn't
to.
be too much of a burden on you to escort me to the keep.
I've
There's
never
another
been a
250
self-sporter.
gold in it for
Never
you if you
traded
will.
my skills for pay. I've always adventured on my own terms.
I'm right behind you, but don't go too fast. Unlike you young ones, I'm not cut out for this shite anymore.
Valerius Tiberius Arctoria, you old dog. Come here, my friend, let us have a look at you.
Marcus, why have you come here?
Valerius, I'm sure this is quite a shock to you, and terribly unexpected. I came here to check on my family, but it appears none of them survived. Then I realized you were here, so I decided it was in both our interests for two old friends to meet again. At last.
Ah, your brother.
My father
yes.
wanted me to follow in his footsteps
Marcus,
as a
I'm
hunter.
very sorry.
But I set my
Whatever the
aspirations a bit
circumstances,
higher.
It does my eyes
He
good
never
to see you
complained.
again after all these years.
I miss him.
Yes. Same here, old friend. Same here. So, the Keepers of Hatu in Skyrim. Who would have ever dreamed of such a time?
All right, Janice, what is it you really want? Don't forget, I know you, so out with it.
Yes, you do know me, old friend, better than most. Very well. I aim to rebuild this town and make her my home.
Rebuild? Janice, I have no intention of helping you or anyone else rebuild a town. I'm here on other business.
Yes, yes, I know, Valerius, but if what I propose is true, perhaps we can be mutually beneficial to one another. All I'm asking is that you hear me out. After that, if we're not in agreement, we can part ways and you'll likely never see me again. But Valerius, there's plenty of time to get to all that later. Right now, let's just catch up on old times.
Well, you're in luck, Janice. Those bandits left some fresh wine downstairs, and I need a drink.
Yes, I could use a drink too, old friend. Let me say goodbye to my new friend, and I'll join you.
Never
I
been a religious
can't
man
thank you
myself.
enough for your help.
People should be able to worship
As agreed,
they
here is your
choose.
compensation.
Not at all, if they choose to.
I apologize for that. I certainly wasn't intentionally keeping anything from you. I just wanted to meet with Valerius before I brought it up. But yes, I want to make Helgen my home. But she certainly has seen better days, that's for sure. You know, I grew up just across the border in Cyrodiil. And Helgen was always a place my family visited when I was a boy. I have many fond memories of those days. And now, with my brother and his family gone, let's just say he'd be happy that I settled here. And from what I could tell as we came in, it'll be a lot of work cleaning everything up. But nothing impossible. Then we can take a look at what's left of these buildings and begin rebuilding from there. I'm sure there'll be plenty of work for you if you're interested. Why don't you take a day and think about it? That'll give Valerius and I some time to catch up and come up with a plan. Can you return to see us in a day or so? Thank you once again, friend. I'll see you then.
Now then, Marcus, let's go get that wine.
mother was a strong woman. She's the one who instructed me on my sword fighting techniques. Can you imagine?
Dragon? I always heard the legends in my childhood, but I always thought they were fairy tales.
Ah, yes, we've been waiting for you. Now that you're here, we have a matter of grave importance to discuss with you. So you really think this nonsensical plan of yours will work, then?
Janice, it has to work. We have no choice. Now then.
Reporting as ordered, sir.
Good. The armor looks good on you two.
Well, it itches, and it stinks.
It's had a dead man in it. What do you expect?
So, now that we're all here, Valerius, would you like to fill in our friend on your plan?
Did you ever stop to wonder how my men and I came to this place? Well, yes, but that's not all of it. Up until a couple of weeks ago, we were still in Cyrodiil, and our sources began reporting on new Thalmor activity taking place south of here. Rumor was that they were turning an old fort into a prison for captured Talos worshippers. I deemed the reports credible enough to investigate. I sent my best man, Korst, on the mission. He was ordered not to confront them, but to observe only. Unfortunately, he did not return, and I'm afraid something went very wrong. About 2 weeks. After 1 week went by, we'd started to fear the worst, so we mobilized and came here. Finding Korst is the main reason we're here. This fort gave us the perfect spot to rest, resupply, and prepare to find out what happened to him. So, we eliminated the bandits, took over the fort, tried to blend in and not draw attention to ourselves. Yes, fortunately, the Imperials left everything behind when they abandoned this place. It looks like Elenwen herself was here. I need you to pose as an Imperial officer with orders to transfer Korst back to Elenwen for interrogation. Legion prisoner transfer parties always travel in groups of 3, so Falco and Sienna will be going with you. As you can see, they're already in Imperial uniform, and you must do the same if this has any chance of working. We found some officer's armor that should fit you, and Alton put a little enchantment on it for you. It's only worn by high-ranking officers, so it should help you carry a bit more influence. If you have any other powers of persuasion, this would be the time to use them. Perhaps between the two, it will be enough for this to work. While searching the fort, we found a communique from her own hand, and were able to forge a transfer order to give to the men at the prison. If the Thalmor officers question you, remind them you're a special envoy from the embassy. They had best comply. Hopefully it'll be enough, but if not, you may have to resort to the old-fashioned way of negotiating. Yes, it certainly will be. And make no mistake, those Thalmor bastards are beyond brutal. And I've heard there's a particularly ruthless justiciar named Arendelle who may be in charge there. If it's the Arendelle I know, you can be certain he will kill you on sight, so you must be careful. Thank you, friend. You know, Marcus seems to be quite impressed with you. Well, if he trusts you, then I trust you. The prison is located south of here, on the road past Fort Newgrad, heading to the Cyrodiil border. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Here's your armor. Don't forget to put it on. Please return as soon as you can, and good luck.